Transformers The Last Night was a surprise to many. It was a surprise to me because it was a lot worse than I expected, even with my low expectations. The toy line was a surprise to many because they expected a lot worse. Case in point, the biggest surprise of the entire line, Transformers The Last Night Voyager class Megatron. Megatron here is back to his, original name after in Age of Extinction he was Galvatron, and they never explained in the movie how he became Megatron again and where he got this alternate mode from. The general consensus is that he had a contract with Quintessa as well. So, because he had that red mark on his face as well as Optimus. So, that was the biggest clue. But, in the movie, he's just as disappointing as ever. But, he has the best design Megatron since years. Like, this is the best design for him in the entire movieverse. It's just, this jet mode is fantastic. It's phenomenal. I love everything about it. I love the angles. I love the proportions. I love the shapes. I love the colors. It's impeccable. It's impressive, given the design that they had to work with. And, it's a pretty good size. Can also work as a crucifix, I guess. Let's get the size comparisons out the way. Here he is. Oh, he's not even in the whole frame. Here he is compared to Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. And you can see Megatron is quite a bit bigger, obviously, because, he's a Voyager and all. See, he dwarfs Bumblebee. And in robot mode, Bumblebee's obviously taller than Megatron, ha 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 ha. But yeah, this jet mode is just amazing. Like, look at this sculpted detail, the nice mustard yellow paint, really contrasts against this really dull teal, and then this really nice metallic pale blue, coupled in with some accents of dark brownish gray. It all comes together like really nicely. I love it. I absolutely love it. On the underside, he doesn't have much in the way of kibble because you can't really recognize most of it as kibble, except obviously the underwing feet here. But it's so sleek that I think I can forgive it. And there's no landing gear on this thing, so if you set it down, it's just gonna flop. It does have a space recessed way in there for a, let's get some light on it. You can't see it. For a flight stand, again, that I don't have. But yeah, this is an amazing figure. He comes with one accessory. It's this sword axe thing that he had in the movie. It has a peg right here on the handle that pegs into this slot here. And here's your weapon storage. It's not the best, but it works. It flows backwards, and I like it. It works with the shapes. But let's get that off to the side and transform this guy. Now, the transformation for Megatron took everyone by surprise because no one really had much of an idea of how this jet could become that robot. And I honestly say this is a phenomenal and fun and also surprisingly simple transformation scheme. First thing you want to do is take these panels and then pop them up. Do the same on the other side. And then come to the bottom and take these panels and flip them down. And now that frees the legs. What you want to do is turn each leg forward, then bring the foot down, then flip it so that the sole is facing down, and then wrap the wing around his leg and peg it in right there. And here's one leg done. See? Easy and simple and phenomenal. Do the same on the other side real quick. It's a little bit of a hassle trying to get the wing aligned, but it's simple enough. Next, you want to bring these panels to the side and spin them 180 degrees on their swivel. And then you want to take this whole back assembly and then fold it up against the back. And then you can fold these skirt pieces down. Next, you want to separate these two and then flip out these panels on the side and then bring them forward on both sides. Then next, you want to flip his hand out like so. Do the same on both sides, obviously. And then next you want to do, fold out his fusion cannon. Yeah, this is the first Megatron figure with an integrated fusion cannon since, well, Revenge of the Fallen, I guess. So, and then, well, now we have Klansman Megatron here, so that's a bit embarrassing. Let's fold the nose cone back, and this part is also on a hinge, so you want to fold it down as well. And then spin his head around. And here we have Megatron in robot mode. Now, Megatron's robot mode is absolutely stunning. All the paintwork, all the great sculpted detail, it's all back, and it's all super screen accurate. The head sculpt is just amazing. It really captures the design that was on screen. And if you can see that, he's got some light piping that works pretty damn good. Let's see if I can get it to work on camera. Oh, there we go. You see, he has light piping throughout his whole head and in his eyes, and they're just beady enough to look menacing and foreboding, and I really love it. It's such a good head sculpt, such good light piping. He has the Dragonborn horns on the side of his head, though they don't move, unlike the leader version. Though I can live with that. I really like them out to the sides like this. It's a lot better than his face mask. For posability, he has a ball-jointed head that can look left and right and then up and down just a little bit. He has a shoulder swivel right here, and then an outward hinge, and then this piece of the shoulder armor goes out to accommodate the arm, which is nice. Bicep swivel, and then a really deep elbow bend, and then this wrist joint. You can do whatever, I guess. For the legs, the skirt armor actually gets out of the way really well for this universal joint hip assembly. So this is nice. We have a thigh swivel here, and then a adequate knee bend here, and you can work this foot assembly as sort of a second knee, possibly. And then he's got a really deep ankle pivot for the transformation, which means you can get him into some wide stances without him falling over. And that's just really nice. For a size comparison, here he is next to Bumblebee again. He gets a lot bigger this time. And here he is compared to Bumblebee in robot mode. And for the first time since Grimlock, we finally have someone who towers over Bumblebee. Isn't that great? For weapons, he still has this sword axe thing And while it looks like it's done in the same plastic as some of his jointage, it's actually made out of the same clear red plastic that his light piping is made out of. You can see this better when I shine it on the handle, like that. It goes all the way up to the tip. So if you get some good light onto this, this whole sword can look molten and just amazing. I love the look of this sword when the light shines on it the right way, or shines through it, I should say. It's just really impressive. And he can hold it in his hand, and he can get some good poses out of it. He can get the iconic slung over the shoulder look. That's how I usually pose him. Or like you can get some beckoning things, or he can swing it if you want. Or if you don't want him to hold it at all, you can put it on his back. There's a specially cut hole here on the front of the jet nose cone where this can peg onto. And I mean, it's a little floppy, but it's not going to move much. And overall, Megatron is such a phenomenal figure. I love everything about him. His robot mode is amazing. His jet mode's amazing. And just look how clean the back is. There's like zero kibble. And the rest of it is all aesthetic. So that's good. And one last feature that I want to bring to your attention is his fusion cannon. You can have it out like this, or you can undeploy it and compact it. So this is him on Casual Friday or something. I don't know. The world is your oyster, and Megatron is the pearl. This has been Starboy here with another review. Signing off.